She has always said to me, if it's not something that you want to do 110%, don't do it at all. And I feel like I see too many people taking having children lightly. Like, oh, babies are cute. Oh, it'll be fun to have someone love me unconditionally and take care of me when I'm old. But first of all, there are no guarantees that your child is going to love you unconditionally. Unfortunately, it's just the truth. There's also no guarantee that they're going to take care of you when you're old, nor is using your children as a retirement plan a good thing to do.
Hello, hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to the channel again today. Thank you so much for always stopping by. And if today is the first time that you're coming across me, so this is Mimi Moment. This is a channel that we talk about everything that daily living. In the past I've spoken about product review, things that I've used, my journey so far. I'll talk about books that I've read, just things to encourage us, things that I believe might be of help to somebody or no, things to entertain us and stuff like that. So please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, tell somebody to tell somebody, so we can grow this channel together. I love you. Pick that I found and I thought I could bring it to the channel. We can brainstorm about it, talk about it, share experience, share thoughts on it. When the Bible said we should go into the world and multiply, in my own understanding, I believe the go ye into the world and multiply part is majorly on the women. The only part the men get to do is help you to get pregnant, so to say. Then the other part of you carrying the pregnancy, taking care of this baby, being the traditional woman that is expected of you is 100% most of the time a responsibility of the women. We are expected to nest these kids until they are grown and stuff like that. Research has said couples grow apart when they have their first kid. They just naturally just grow apart. So there's this trend that is starting to gain, popularity, and it looks like it has come to stay. And there is so many reasons why ladies who choose to go this route. I decided to go this route, and I'm all for it. So I have a child of my own. I am very it's not if it's so today I made compilations about women talking about why they want to stay child free. This is the first one that I'm going to be playing for us, and then I'll speak on it after it's done playing. So just listen.
Others feel like this, then they let on, and this is a major reason why I'm not having kids. In addition to me just wanting to be able to maintain my independence to the fullest capacity, I am personally not able to justify making a decision that I cannot undo or change that I may not enjoy. And this is something that I've talked to my mom about, who is a mother who has expressed throughout my entire life that she loves being a mother. It was something that she essentially always dreamt about doing. And she waited a good long time to have me. My mom was 40, and she is one of the biggest supporters of me not having children. She has always said to me, if it's not something that you want to do 110%, don't do it at all. And I feel like I see too many people taking having children lightly. Like, oh, babies are cute. Oh, it'll be fun to have someone love me unconditionally and take care of me when I'm old. But first of all, there are no guarantees that your child is going to love you unconditionally. Unfortunately, it's just the truth. There's also no guarantee that they're going to take care of you when you're old, nor is using your children as a retirement plan a good thing to do. Also, for me personally, I feel like I have too many mental health challenges that could possibly be genetic for me to be having children. I would not want to see them suffer the way that I have. Not to mention, I get overstimulated very quickly and I need a lot of alone time to recharge. And I could not imagine having someone near me all the time that is solely reliant on me and dependent on me for all of their needs. Also, like, the world is falling apart, and I would not want to bring somebody else into this mess.
Okay, so we heard what she just said there. I mean, she made so many points. She talked about, having mental issue herself, which I so appreciate her for recognizing that and putting that into perspective. She said most times she needs an alone time. If you have kids, you don't have no alone time. You to have kids, you have to be able to be accommodating. You have to accommodate so many things because these people, they don't have nothing, they don't have a mind of their own. You have to think for them when you're stressed, the emotional support. And then also, she said something, about some people thinking their kids is going to be their fallback option. And I think if anybody is thinking like that, they should just rethink. Because this generation of kids that we even have, they have a mind of their own that is so different from what we know. The world is evolving, their brains are evolving. They can choose to grow up and they don't even want you to be in their life. And hopefully that's not the situation for us parents, right? Things like that might happen. She also said something that I 100% support. I mean, it scares me to myself. She said the world is falling apart, and obviously the world is falling apart. I get scared for my own child sometimes. Imagine bringing like three, four people into this world who you know by yourself will have to struggle through these things. It's just an instinct. And I'm also just going to give this out there. Our skin is popping. If that is what it takes, to not ask kids, it's just showing she's not stressed. The skin is just everything. It's clear and all of that. But to all the points, and when I was going through her comments, on this video that she made, there was something about, if she had a 12-year-old, she might be able to accommodate, if she could be able to board a 12-year-old. So obviously, she doesn't just want to go through the baby stage. That's a problem with her. And I tell you, the baby stage also is the worst. Some of us had postpartum depression. Like me, you need supportive people around you, to get out of it. It is tough. So, I mean, I'm so supportive of the points that she has. She made a very good point for herself why she wants to stay, child free. So let me play the.
What's worse than a woman who doesn't want children? A woman who has children that she never wanted. I have the lived experience of having two parents who did not want children, but had them because society said that they should. Do you know how damaging that is? To constantly live in a home where you aren't loved or wanted, and people constantly talk about how much better their life would have been if you weren't in it. A woman who knows that she does not want children and actively decides not to have children as a result is the least selfish thing that she could do. Being selfish would be bringing kids into the world when you don't actually want them and aren't ready for the responsibility of being a parent.
Okay, she made a point there too. I mean, and I feel for her that she will have to go. She had to go through that. I feel so much pain for her because the um issue shouldn't be about women who don't want to have kids. It should be about people who have these kids and are not able to be what they're supposed to be for these kids. Society has made it like women don't have a voice, they don't have a choice of their own. Maybe when they say things, they don't even mean what they say. You see some women going to the doctors and saying, "No, tie my womb." And the doctor is here telling her, "No, you don't need to tie your womb. I won't do that for you yet because you're still young." You see some couples who maybe during the courtship, the lady has said, "I don't want kids." But the guy will be like, "Oh, well, don't, no problem, no problem." But in the back of his head, he's thinking he's going to, talk her out of not wanting kids. And maybe for so many years they were on it after they got married, and then he was able to convince her to have this kid. And then she has this kid, and she broke down. I mean, that's just one of the example of scenario that the other lady just painted. That could happen, right? So being child humanity seriously, everybody takes humanity seriously. When somebody bringing a child into this world that they know they cannot give any iota of love, that is crazy. All right, let's listen to this other one.
Biggest pet peeve as someone that is child free is when people ask about kids but not about my career or my accomplishments. I'm not even 30 and I'm a creative director of a top 1% Shopify brand leading paid media creative strategy, and my part-time side business is making 6 figures this year. Ask about my uterus.
Men in the society, when their wife are having kids, they tend to start to grow in their career. They start to move up the ladder in their career. While the woman is, taking care of the house, being in the house with the kids and all of that. And at the end of the day, she's losing years in her career upliftment. talk about the accomplishment. Talk about what I'm able to bring to the table, what I'm able to do, what I've achieved for myself. Don't think I'm made by how many kids I'm able to bore. So let's watch this other one.
Sometimes I'd be like, damn, I really don't want kids. And then I'd be like, damn, am I really going to find me a man's? Because I know a lot of like men want to like, you know, add to their legacy and their last name and stuff. But like, I don't want to pay for them. I don't want to do all that school stuff. I don't want to daycare prices. I don't want to do that. Like, hell no. I feel like no desire to be constantly stressed out at all. But I feel like a lot of men actually want kids. But I also feel like a lot of men don't really understand how expensive kids are. Like, and I do. And I'm already expensive as an adult myself. And even as a kid, I was. I have no desire in being a mom. Much responsibility for me.
I don't want to be.
So she made a very good point there too. And I'm so happy for her that she found a man, who also doesn't want kids and who is taken by it. He's able to live her life. She doesn't find somebody who, deceitfully make her marry him with the hope of, I'm going to change her mind. I mean, she's going to have a kid. She doesn't know what she's thinking about. And I don't want stress. Kids are stressful. I can tell you it's expensive. It is expensive. It is draining psychologically. It is draining emotionally. If you look at all those period where you're pregnant and then you have them as a baby, you have to, you have to tend to them till they are maybe 5. If you think about all those things, it is scary. I went through that and I can tell you it scares me right now to think of me wanting to have another child. So she has a very good point, and I'm so happy for her. She found a man who's not deceitful, who's not just trying to like, okay, maybe when we get married, she'll change her mind and all of those stuffs. So let's listen to what this other person has to say.
Attached to nobody, to their drama, to their trauma, and to their bullshit. I do not want them problems. I don't want to pile so much onto this life. I really want to live a very minimalistic life. I want less responsibilities, less stuff, less.
So I mean, it's just, again, she's talking about she doesn't want stress. She doesn't want to spend all this unnecessary money. She doesn't want to be trauma bonding with nobody. She doesn't want trauma in her life. I mean, she just wants to be simple. She wants to live a minimalistic life where she doesn't have to bother about somebody else. It's just her. And that is fair. That is fair. If you think mentally, emotionally, you're not able to cater to some other human, just don't do it. Don't listen to her.
So I'm child free by choice. And everyone always says, like, what's your purpose? If you don't have kids, what's your purpose? My purpose is getting my nails done, going shopping, treating myself. Look at this new bag I just got from Goyard. Stunning. This new sweatsuit I got from Aloe. And being sober, traveling, I don't know, taking naps. Have you ever taken a nap? It's like the funnest thing ever. It's so nice. I enjoy naps a lot. So don't say I don't have purpose just because I don't have kids.
So, I mean, she doesn't want to spend no money on nobody. It has to be her. I mean, she doesn't care about anybody else. She's able to take care of herself. She's able to do her nails. She's able to get a nap whenever she wants. She's able to buy all these designer stuff. If you have another child, if you have a child, I mean, it doesn't have to be another child. If you have a child, you have to take care for, how they look to their appearances and all of that. But she has herself. She is able to go shopping whenever she wants and buy all this good stuff. It's a very good point because it is expensive, just like I said before. Kids are not cheap. So let's listen to this next one.
That the generation before us is shocked that none of us are having children. They're like, why don't you want kids? Meanwhile, every day growing up, our parents were saying things like, oh my God, you have no idea how hard it is raising you guys, how much money it takes to raise a child, how much effort we put in every day. They have to ask if I want kids. No, I'm broke and lazy. The two things that seem super important.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, beautiful people. So we just came to the end of this video. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are about ladies who want to stay child free, who don't want to be stressed like that. What you think? Are you one of those people? Do you have kids of your own? Do you have any regret having kids? Or, are you happy to be child free? And all of those things. Please let's give my opinion, and hopefully please you to leave a comment in the comment section, to tell me what you feel about this trend, if it's worth it at the end of the day. Do also research has also said, people who don't have kids maybe usually will regret it when they grow older. They are who's going to take care of them? They might be lonely. But in the US here, actually taking care of is the least of anybody's problem, because there are homes you can get into where you see people already of your age where you can do things together. That is there. That is sorted already. I mean, it's a retirement home. You can get there, and then when time comes, time comes. And also, let's continue the conversation in the comment section. But it's this life isn't balanced, so there's no 100% anywhere. There is the other side to not having kids that people might regret later. There's also another side to people who have kids who might also regret having kids. So just whatever you think it's good for you is what you should do, and stick by it. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. If you think you want to have kids, please go ahead and have it. If you think it's going to be too much for you, it's going to be too stressful for you, please don't do it. So till next time when I see you again, it's for me, it's still your girl. And the channel still remain as it is, Mimi Moment. See you next time. I love you. Bye.